Your Excellency, Chairman. Actually, I had the topics I received, so I was prepared to speak on those topics. But our Ambassador, Secretary General spoke from the heart about the situation and has come back in his homeland. And then Dunia Mamoon has said, as she has said, she has worked and experienced. I want to just let you know all that I have been living here in Sweden for the last 42 years and working with the refugees from different countries, from Kosovo, from Bosnia, from Iraq, Lebanon, Palestine, Pakistan, India, Sri Lanka. I worked with the Swedish Immigration Board for more than 10 years. And after that, I criticized many things, in that policy. And some of my Swedish friends said, why don't you come into the politics? So I joined the politics. Alhamdulillah, I got the chances to speak on the policies for the refugees and the conflicts, Together with the Ambassador Shahid, our chairman, and Abid Nadeem, so we have raised the questions about the refugee crisis and the international conflicts, We have listened to Gabriela Cuevas also, what she said in his speech. This is all the words we are talking. The president of Ecuador, I got the chance to talk to her also when we had a little problem in the connection, that we are working on it, We are all talking about it. We have seen from the last 75 years what is happening. The speech, our Secretary General, he just said some words about the situation in Kashmir. We have witnessing the situation in many other countries. I think, as again I say, Gabriela Cuevas, she said, now it's not only the words, now the action. If we look back into the pages of the history, then it will not be difficult to deduce that despite our collective diplomatic efforts, we are unable to convince the authoritarians, autocratic or theoretic states to honor their international human rights obligations. Under Universal Declaration of Human Rights and other human rights conventions and the treaties, the experience of the last more than 7 decades has proved that efforts through diplomatic channels are not yielding positive result, and the world is now facing a serious refugee crisis which is worsening day by day. It is the high time for the international community, even in my own country, I say, to reconsider their approach towards enforcement of the basic human rights and the regime who are violating the rights of their people with impunity, resulting in genocide, crime against humanity, should be prosecuted before the International Court of Justice. Our Deputy Human Rights Commissioner, she said in Geneva, is it not the right time now to bring all those who are violating these treaties? We just say, we sit in the conferences, diplomatics, they meet each other. What they call, bring that country in the gray list, black list, or the sanctions against the country. But as a human rights activist, it's difficult for me to accept the sanctions on a country because the poor people, I say the poor people, they who face these problems, the elite, they enjoy. Today, I suggest, I hope every one of you will consider it and will back me that now is the time, as we do with the war crimes, to bring them to the court. I think now all those leaders all those parties, all those parliamentarians, those who are violating the international treaties, the International Convention of Human Rights, Universal Declaration, even if their own country's constitution, putting them, their citizen, in jail, prosecuting them, not giving them the freedom of religion, belief, and expression, bring them to justice now. It is the high time. Bring those leaders, not the countries with sanctions. Those leaders should be brought to justice and give them that sentence they need, because it is the high time. It's not the time only to talk. We have been talking, we have been working. International Human Rights Commission is working from the last many years on the rights, on every platform. I think now we need the support of your leaders, all the leaders listening to me. We need your support to bring up in the United Nations, in Geneva and Brussels, that now we should bring them to justice, those leaders and those parties. Thank you very much, Ambassador, my friends.
Thank you very much, Ambassador.